road that probably don't get that rush when those engines fire. It's just a rush when they fire.
Or once we start our engines, I analyze what's going to happen. What are our strategies to be the best car here today?
I need to race to get my fix, and everybody wants to go fast in cars, slide around, have fun. I get to do that, and I get paid to do it.
It's pretty intense. After you fire up the engine and you take off,
you always have that stomach-wrenching feeling that you have to have everything perfect.
You're always striving to achieve dominance, and that's what's fun about the sport.
The competition is so tough that the difference between greatness and mediocrity is 0.2 of a second.
You can't even snap your fingers in 0.2 of a second.
I call it going from a hero to a hobo and nothing flat.
We love the competition, we love the sight, the smell, the fans.
There's only one thing I love about it, and that's winning. The reason we put everything into it that we do is to get to victory lane.
It's a family sport, and you're amongst friends, but you treat them almost like enemies on the racetrack, where you're just doing everything you can to be first, to beat everybody else.
Okay, strap in and hold on. We're going racing.
Ladies and gentlemen, indeed, we're getting ready to go racing here on the Moody Scoot Racing channel. If you have just switched over here and watched the dual races, we had one action-packed event. Showtime Chase Johnson picked up the victory. And now it is time for the main event here. And time to open up the Season 2 Truck Series live here from Daytona International Speedway. Over to 1959, we have 101,500 sold out asses here tonight to watch these Madness Racing League Truck Series guys take on the high banks here at the Daytona International Speedway here. We'll flip it back over to the main broadcast here where the time is clocking down here for the warm-up session at the conclusion of the heat races here tonight. The high bank heat races went like this. Showtime Chase Johnson was able to pick up the duel here tonight and pick up where he left off. He was the Season 1 champion. I will cut down the music just a tad bit here so you guys can hear me just a tad bit better on the Moody Scoot Racing channel, and I hope that is better for you folks. But you see it right there. Holden Wheeler was damn close. So was Kyle Fountain. He made the move at the end of the, we'll call it into the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4, but he was actually able to get that race car up there and make something shake here. I was actually very, very, very proud of Kyle Fountain here. But that's how they shake out here, ladies and gentlemen, here as looks like that's going to be it. Looks like that's the caution flag here. Well, the checker flag, excuse me, for the night's warm-up session here. It looks like the rest of these guys are getting ready to pit in these race cars here. It looks like we'll take a moment to tackle on the national anthem here. So we ask any veterans currently serving and or not serving to please rise and stand as you're able to for the night's Star Spangled Banner. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you guys standing up here tonight and taking off your hats here for tonight's national anthem here. We are ready to go racing here. Looks like Freddie the Flagman is waving that checker flag for the warm-up session here. We are moments away from drivers' introductions. Ladies and gentlemen, Chase Johnson, we know, will start on the pole. He won the heat race, and it looks like Holden Wheeler is going to be on the outside of him, but he finished second place. So, ladies and gentlemen, here as they begin to shake in the field here. We will see if we can't. There they go, ladies and gentlemen, getting these trucks loaded in here on the field, getting ready to kick off Season 2 for the Truck Series for the Madness Racing League. Sounds like a great night here on a Wednesday night. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Head on over to the YouTube page and give us a like and a follow and a subscribe there. It would be greatly appreciated at Booty Scoot Racing LLC as we continue to have guys paint in the field here. Excuse me as I clear my throat. Ladies and gentlemen, tons of guys took on the heat race. Several survived here. Looks like James Fountain will have to go to a backup truck. He'll go to the back of the pack here. So ladies and gentlemen, here's everybody. Looks like they've loaded themselves into the field here so far. We'll get tonight's drivers' introductions kicked off here. Leading them to the front here tonight from the pole, driving the number 5 from Greer, South Carolina. Winner of the night's dual race, driving the STI, Chase Johnson Racing Chevy Silverado, Chase Johnson. It's a mouthful up here in the booth when you see craziness like that, but ladies and gentlemen, on the outside of him, driving the red horse, number 11, Toyota TRD, giving a little burnout here. That's going to be the 11 of Holden Wheeler. Blake Hochschild in the Toyota, number 6, Paint Huss Machine from Tempe, Arizona. He's got his father of 3, he's got his 3 children in here tonight. And then High Banks Daytona up in a suite. He's looking to pick up the victory. Starting behind him in the number 02, Safe Flight Machine from Wofford, South Carolina, the 22-year-old Nicholas Maynard. The guy on the outside made the move for the heat race win, but wasn't able to pull it off here. That's the number 59, Jim Fountain Racing Chevy Silverado from Clemson, South Carolina. Reminding y'all to hold it down, Kyle Fountain. John Michael Bryant in the Gorilla Mine, 23, Ford F-150, glowing underneath the sun here as he rolls down the back straightaway to catch the pace car here. He'll shake out. Looks like it's going to be the 5th place spot here on the bottom side. Oh, yeah, 5th place spot here on the bottom side. And Kevin Tank goes in the number 4, Budweiser Chevy Silverado, the defending Daytona winner. He won this race just a few short months ago in Season 1 when we kicked off the Truck Series. He's looking to do the same thing here tonight and double down. And Corey Riptide Tessner in the Maccabee Auto Services LLC from Lyman, South Carolina. He'll start in the 8th place spot here on the outside. And behind him will be the number 81 Mobile One Machine from Troy, Alabama. That looks like it's going to be Terry Hughes Jr. Jerry Powers the second in the closeoutbets.com 99 Chevy Silverado from Park Ridge, New Jersey. Looks like he's going to shake out the top 10 spot right here tonight at the Daytona International Speedway. And on the inside of him from Rising Sun, Indiana, driving the Rainbow Trojan, number 7 Chevy Silverado. That's going to be Stanley Turner Jr. Carson Kolechlin from Buffalo, New York. And the number 88 Skidoo Chevy Silverado. Looking to make something shake here tonight in the high banks. Bobby Kyle in the 777 Tabasco. Toyota TRD Pro from Honorsville, Georgia. About lost my touch here. Bobby Kyle back in action here for Season 2 for the Truck Series. The old-timer, the 64-year-old. Tons of experience in that BKM Racing Toyota. He's looking to go to the front early. James Fountain up and over in the heat race from Greenville, South Carolina. He'll shake out the back of the pack here on the bottom side. He'll go to a backup car. And Travo Wall from Pelzer, South Carolina. And the Rock and Roll Racing, number 7, chromed out here tonight underneath the sun here at the Daytona International Speedway. Mason Cothran involved in an accident there in the heat race in the number 09 Toyota TRD Pro Tennessee Volunteer. Number 09, that's going to be Mason Cothran. Chris Knight will start from the pit along with Trent Hughes, who is still in the Halifax Medical Center here after taking a big shot here and going over on his lid here. We will pause the music here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel because we're getting ready to go racing. That's Showtime Chase Johnson in the number 5. He's getting ready to bring these guys through your living room. Meow, 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 meow. We're set for 75 laps here tonight for the Madness Racing League Truck Series Season 2 kickoff race. We've already knocked off 17 laps if you want to count the overtime here. For the heat race, Showtime Chase Johnson winning. How you see it laid out on the left side of your screen is how they finished the heat race, because that was only one race, and that's how that works. But we're back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. The engines are fired. The crowd is roaring here. Your favorite driver is locked and loaded here Peter the pace car should hang the left on the pit road this time around. But we'll have to take a look and see what he does here. He's known to take a couple laps with these boys. He's ready to get it done here. Peter the pace car looks like he's going to take one more lap here around the Daytona International Raceway here. So we have to take one more moment, ladies and gentlemen, and take another lap around the beautiful Daytona International Raceway. And while we do that, that means we can pay a bill here with no sponsor. The TNA Truck Series is presented by the Honda of Greenville, excuse me. Make sure you go check out John Michael Bryant, driver of the number 23 machine, in the field tonight. He's got a brand new 2025 Honda Civic Type R for you today. Make sure you give him a call. Tell him the Madness Racing League sent you. The Madness Racing League Truck Series presented by Maccabee Auto Services, LLC, on the side of Corey Riptide Tesner's truck. Contact him today, 864-256-1346. The Madness Racing League Truck Series, get ready to go racing here, presented by Pop Sports Bed Swings, custom-made handcrafted bed swings, 864-978-1913. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll throw it back up here to the starting broadcast where things are getting ready to get absolutely wicked. And I'm not talking the Broadway play, no witch. Ladies and gentlemen, Chase Johnson, the race leader, Holden Wheeler on the outside. We've waited over a month for this date here to kick off the season 2 for the Truck Series. Blake Koschchild of that number 6 Toyota's ready to pop something off here tonight. He's ready to come hard from that 4th place spot. Holden Wheeler on the outside. In the front row, Blake Koschchild's got John Michael Bryan on the inside. Your mom has just stood up, took a White Claw, and absolutely pounded that thing right here in front of the booth. Whoever's mom that is, awesome rack on her. Didn't mean to be an asshole, but look at these guys getting ready to go racing. Peter the pace car, yow, 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 yow. We'll hang the left on the pit road this time around, and we will be set to take on the Madness Racing League Season 2 and kick it off here tonight from Daytona, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you guys tuning in here tonight. We appreciate you guys watching the Madness Racing League each and every single week here. Get ready to go racing here. Showtime Chase Johnson bringing them to the, looks like he's going to bring them to the restart zone now. Yes, finally. Peter the pace car will get off the racetrack. We are green here in Daytona. Down the back straightaway here, or the front stretch, excuse me, ripping through the gears into turn 22. Chase Johnson takes the race lead. He's on the bottom side being pushed by Kyle Fountain. Kyle Fountain looking to get here to the front early. John Michael Bryan will fill the hole there. Tons of guys filling in the field here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel. We appreciate you guys tuning in here. If this is your first time watching the Booty Scoot Racing Channel, all the races are posted at the end of the night's event to the YouTube page. Make sure you go check us out here. My fault for moving the broadcast screen around here and trying to fix some overlays for you folks here. Make sure you guys have an awesome experience while you're here tonight. Flying through the bankings here for the completion of the first lap here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel. Single file for the first 9 or 10 cars or so. Everybody looking to get down on the bottom side of the racetrack. This will complete lap 1. It'll go to Chase Johnson, excuse me. And Kyle Fountain will be the second place person here, followed by John Michael Bryant, Kevin Tanko's Terry Hughes Jr. And then we'll shake out there. Looks like it's going to be the 11 of Holden Wheeler, followed by the paint hoss, Blake Koschchild, number 6 machine down on the bottom side. Nicholas Maynard, Corey Tesner, and then the number 7 of Stanley Turner down the back stretch. We're riding on board with the number 6 of Blake Koschchild here. He's trying to make something straight here down the back straightaway. Tons of guys here ripping through the gears. Look out the accent of Nicholas Maynard. Single file back down here, the double file. Quick and early in a split here. Nicholas Maynard not looking to go single file. He'll stay on the bottom side of the racetrack. Looks like Chase Johnson will lead the field to the top side, old school style. John Michael Bryant looking to get to the front. He'll jump down in front of Terry Hughes Jr. here, excuse me. These guys are whipping and raving, jumping from line to line. It's kind of hard to keep up with who goes where and why. Chase Johnson's able to throw the block, though. He's able to redeem the race lead as they sail into turn 22 here on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Madness Racing League Truck Series Season 2 kickoff race from the Daytona International Speedway. Chase Johnson, the race leader down the back stretch, side by side. They lead about 8 cars on the outside. Max to about 9 on the inside here. They're not selling here too much together. The outside line lacking back a little bit as they sail into turn 3. Kyle Fountain in that number 59. Jim Fountain Racing Chevy Silverado. It's got some power behind it. He'll jump up to the outside from behind Chase Johnson. That'll move John Michael Bryant to the back bumper of Chase. Kyle Fallon looking for the race lead early here. 3 laps are complete in Daytona. Chase Johnson here on the bottom side. He's got a well more organized group here on the bottom than the outside of Kyle Fallon. They'll sail up the racetrack here. They keep all going up the hill here. That'll cost the momentum to the number 59. Kevin Tanko's just trying to close the back bumper here to the number 59. Holden Wheeler will give him a shot. Chase Johnson got John Michael Bryan, excuse me. Reminding you guys to go easy on her all night long on that back bumper. Terry Hughes Jr., John Michael Bryant. Terry Hughes Jr., the number 81. These two guys known to make something shake here as they do not like each other. Bumpers will be banging here. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Fallon trying to pull back hard on the top side here. 3 guys have fallen away here from the Paint House machine of Blake Hochschild on that outside. Here comes the outside line. They'll soar to the front of the racetrack here. Riding on board with the race leader, Chase Johnson. Chase Johnson's got his hands nice and steady inside of that race car. It's exactly what he needs here as they sail up in the banking here. The turns 1 and 2 on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. These guys are absolutely going at it. Chase Johnson down on the bottom side here. We've lost a bunch of people here. We got a wreck. Caution flag is out here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. There it is now. Coming across the screen here. Tons of guys involved. Maybe Bobby Kyle. Some damage to the left rear. We'll back that ass up here. Chase Fallon's definitely got some damage on that race car. We'll throw up a commercial. Oh, not a commercial. Excuse me. An instant replay to see exactly what happened. That's James Fountain there, that number 24 machine. He went up and over in the heat race here, so kind of curious of what happened to him right here. Oh, baby, we got a massive pile up right here. Looks like it started back here with the number 09 of Mason Cothran. He was also in an incident earlier tonight as well. We'll back that ass up here. Mason Cothran way down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Not sure what he was thinking. We'll see. Take a look here. James Fountain door banging with Mason Cothran. Mason Cothran back on the racetrack. Not giving a damn who's there. He'll go spinning around here. James Fountain's got some damage. Mason Cothran not going to be forced off the racetrack. We'll back that ass up one more time here. We'll ride out the front bumper, of the ace of Mason Cothran here. See what happened here. These guys are absolutely going at it back here. Door banging. Mason Cothran right here. He's too wide as they cross the line. He's just a little bit loose. He's down on the bottom side looking to come up. Doesn't see James Fountain. Door bangs as James Fountain holds his position here. Mason Cothran just doesn't give a damn. Hard into the outside wall there. He'll spin across the banking here in the Daytona International Raceway. And we'll work our first caution flag here tonight for the main feature race here, set for 75 laps. Mason Cothran brings out the caution flag. We'll take a commercial break here in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go nowhere. You're watching the Madness Racing League Total Non-Stop Action Truck Series live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel.
So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place, I want to be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions in the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can change lives. You create thoughts. Never waste time. You got one shot. You got one life. Better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5. No mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way. What I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me.
Back here to the Booty Scoot Racing channel here. We are glad to have you, the Madness Racing League Truck Series, presented by Maccabee Auto Services. Got that tongue twisted up there. All your engine services, transmission services, suspension repairs. Get at the end of the day, Maccabee Auto Repair at gmail.com. Get all your racing needs fixed up to your race car and tuned up, ladies and gentlemen. Presented by Pop Sports Swings. We gave them enough love already. We'll switch over to another one. The Madness Racing League Truck Series presented by iRacing.com Motorsport Simulation. The video game you're watching right now, $10 a month, can get you right here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel and get you right here on the iRacing platform. We will switch it back over to the main broadcast cam, not the instant replay. Excuse me, I pressed the wrong button here. We'll cut the music down. Ladies and gentlemen, here looks like we're going to have pit stops for the first time tonight. Several guys are staying out on the racetrack here, but Blake Hochschild will be one of the guys that brings it on down the pit road, followed by Bobby Kyle in the 777 from Honorsville, Georgia. He'll bring it down pit road, followed with Jerry Powers the second. Mason Cothran Brings out the caution flag. He'll have to use his fast repair early. James Fountain down pit road as well. He'll stay down on pit road. Looks like he's going to have his guys beat the hell out of that race car, try to get the damage off. Kyle Fountain is shaking his way up here to the race lead here in the Jim Fountain Racing. Number 59 Chevy Silverado from Clemson, South Carolina. Reminding y'all to hold it down, and that's exactly what he's doing. He is shaking and baking here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Kyle Fountain looking to pick up this first ever victory here tonight in the Madness Racing League and on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Jim Fountain Racing bringing a fast Chevy Silverado to the track here tonight. Kyle Fountain, a Daytona Super Speedway merchant, definitely knows how to work his way around here at the high banks at Daytona. Showtime Chase Johnson will have to accept that second place spot here on the outside. Kevin Tankos will shake the second row with John Michael Bryant. Holden Wheeler and Terry Hughes Jr. will get the third row, followed by Nicholas Maynard and Carson Colechland in the third row. Corey Tesner and Stanley Jr. will round out the fourth row, followed by Travo Wall and Trent Hughes, who moved that Nitro Cabela's Ford F-150 up here to the top 12 spot. They'll shake out the fifth row. Chris Knighty and Blake Hochschild will round out the sixth row, followed by Bobby Kyle back out on the racetrack here, and Jerry Powers. Mason Cawthorne gets that fast repair. He'll come back out here on the racetrack in the number 09, and James Fountain, his crew beating and banging that race car here. Looks brand new. He's back out here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. He's back out here on the racetrack here, and he comes around the safety cone to rejoin the field here. So it looks like we should get the one to go green this time around. Kyle Fountain. Every lap led is 1 point added to your total score. So Kyle, don't mind pacing these laps here. Every lap led right here, he's getting ready to tack on a point added to his total score. Yeah, so score that one in the book for Kyle Fountain here. Chase Johnson to his outside here. That tells me we're getting ready to go racing here. Several guys here looking for their first ever win here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, and it can definitely come here tonight in Daytona. James Fountain right there on that blue machine, catching the tail end of the field here. That machine looks like it's got some speed in it here. Hopefully he can maintain the draft here as we see in the right front of that 24. Yeah, that 24 machine. Dodged up a little bit, got a little tape on the front of it here. He's ready to sink his way back to the field here. The third caution flag here tonight at the Daytona International Speedway. Oh, the second caution flag here in the feature. Excuse me. The third caution flag overall here, if you tuned into the heat race right before this, that will be posted to the YouTube page at the conclusion of tonight's feature race here. You can go check that out at Booty Scoot Racing LLC. Peter the Pace Car putting in overtime here in Daytona. He's back out on the racetrack as he's currently the race leader, getting ready to hang that left down on the pit road and bring these flying trucks flying back through your living room at full speed. It'll be Kyle Fountain, the race leader. Showtime Chase Johnson on the outside with Kevin Tankos and John Michael Bryant going out that second place between that second row here. Beautiful shot here as the sun continues to go down the front stretch grandstands here at the Daytona International Raceway. Tons of people at the beach before the racetrack opened up here tonight here. Peter the Pace Car has got, it looks like all 18 cars back out on the racetrack. So tons of guys having to use their fast repairs early here. About 33-ish is what I heard in gas was the rumor in the garage before we started tonight's event here. The Peter the Pace Car is going to lead him off turns 3 and 4 here. He should hang that left on the pit road. And we should be back boogity, boogity, boogity style here in the Madness Racing League. 8 laps are complete out of 75. We hope you stay around all night long. You don't want to miss a thing here. Looks like it's going to be Kyle Fountain bringing him through the Geico restart zone. He'll press the gas. Back green here at Daytona in the Season 2 Truck Series season opener. Chase Johnson will move right back down on the bottom side, pulling behind the number 59 Jim Fountain racing machine of Kyle Fountain. They'll rip through the gears here, diving into turns 1 and 2. Kyle Fountain will stay down on the bottom side. It'll be John Michael Bryant up on the top side, followed by Terry Hughes Jr. Here comes Stanley Turner, that number 7 Trojan machine. He'll try to make something shake on that outside. Holden Wheeler will give a big bump to Kevin Tankos. John Michael Bryant will fill it right in front of Nicholas Maynard here. Nicholas Maynard, yes, okay. Woo, wasn't sure if they were going to let each other in right there at the corner of my eye here, but Kyle Fountain in full control here. And the Daytona International Raceway here, down the back straightaway. Mason Cawthorne brought out the caution flag here as he made contact with James Fountain here. John Michael Bryant sitting in there in the middle side here. He's putting the back bumper to the 11 of Holden Wheeler, a little loose off the corner. Nicholas Maynard zigging and zagging there. Nicholas Maynard's got to keep his hands under control inside of that race car. That'll be Corey Tesner. And the number 8 machine jumping up, so will Chris Knighty in the NVIDIA triple deuce machine. It'll be Terry Hughes Jr. trying to make a run to the front here on the outside. He'll get the right door quarter panel, of Kyle Fountain as they continue to round up the bankings here at the Daytona International Super Speedway. The Mobile 181 machine of Terry Hughes Jr. trying hard for the race lead here. Kyle Fountain in that Chevy Silverado will battle back down on the bottom side. The two bow ties hooked up on the bottom. It'll be Fountain downstairs, followed by Terry Hughes upstairs. Kevin Tanko's trying to make something shake here in that third place spot on the bottom side. Chris Knight into the back bumper. These guys are absolutely going at it here. 10 laps are complete in the ninth a bit. Coming to 11, Corey Riptide Tesner, that white machine on the outside. The number 8 trying to make something shake here. Can he get to the back bumper of the Maverick Gaming machine of Chris Knighty here is Terry Hughes Jr. just looking for a push. Anybody, please be right on board with Kevin Tanko's looking out the ass in here. You see exactly how he gets to shaking and dancing inside of the draft here. You don't want to be pushed all over this racetrack here. And Spicer, you don't want to. As you see the gap right there that Kevin Tanko has to the guy in front of him, Chase Johnson, as he sees there are several guys in front of him. It's hard to get around here. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Tanko's in that Budweiser number 4, sitting comfortably in that third place spot on the bottom side. Terry Hughes Jr. got an opening down in front of Kyle Fountain, turn 3 and 4. Is he able to charge through here? They'll get a run off the bottom of turn 4 for Chris Knighty. He'll get a little bit of loose there. Corey Tesler will open up the door. Corey Tesler trying to send it up the middle. Chris Knighty will lose his spot in the second place spot. No, Chris Knighty will pull back down on the triple deuce machine. And we'll keep things dancing here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel at Daytona, flying through your living room at 190 miles an hour. Everybody back down on the bottom side of the racetrack here. Stanley Turner's got to get to the back bumper of Corey Tesner, that 8 machine on the outside, to get him to the back bumper of Chris Knighty. A couple more guys jump up. That's Nick Maynard and John Michael Bryant. 2 more guys join the outside party. We're getting ready to start dancing here in Daytona. These guys do not want to sit. This is an advanced draft masters. If you know, you know. Through the straightaway, through turns 3 and 4. Chris Knighty all over the back bumper of the number 81 of Terry Hughes Jr. Chris Knighty trying to peek that left quick bit out. That's exactly what I thought was going to happen. Terry Hughes Jr. upside down on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Big shot there for Terry Hughes Jr. Caution flag flies here. Massive shot here for Terry Hughes Jr. We'll back that ass up here for an instant replay. Exactly what I thought might happen just happened. Chris Knighty peeking out that triple deuce machine. A little bit much more to the right compared to Terry Hughes Jr. Not able to get that thing going. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll back it up just a little bit here. Terry Hughes Jr. riding here on the outside, trying to run his way to the race lead with Kyle Fountain just collected it on the outside, and he is up and over on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Tons of guys involved. Nicholas Maynard's hit as well. Mason Cochran gets through it. Tons of guys able to manage their way through it, but Terry Hughes Jr. big time shot here. We'll back it up here right on board with whoever he went over the nose with right there. Not sure who it was. With the nose of maybe Nicholas Maynard here. We'll ride on board with Nicholas Maynard, see what we can see here. We'll back that ass up here. They just come soaring off the turn 3 and 4. The red cap right in front of Nicholas Maynard. He hit a face full of Terry Hughes Jr.'s helmet. And that sent everybody else sliding through here. Blake Hochschild able to take it down pit road and avoid the mayhem, though. He'll be served a black flag here for driving down pit road. But Chris Knighty with a big shot there as well. Stanley Turner Jr. involved. We'll take a quick commercial break here and work the third caution flag here tonight. Back in a moment.
Take a step forward, the path is the same. One step at a time, push through all the pain. I just need me, I need belief. These gatekeepers try to keep me from a dream. A game made of gold, all money and souls. I'll never give up till I break through their walls. I'll take the risk, I'll take the hits. The bigger the gamble, the bigger the win. Like Chester, it's crawling through all of my skin. Adrenaline pumping, I'll push to the end. Doesn't even matter, we all die in the end. No happily ever after. Fuck yeah, it all matters. We all die, but my soul takes a whole new chapter. One life left, so I gotta make it count. Two bloody hands, work hard just to build it now. 3 more doubts in my head, try to tear me down, but I won't let it show. Falling's carrying me alone through the struggle now. 5 toes tangled off the edge, don't look down. 6 feet deep, what will I leave when I'm underground? I don't know, but watch me go.
Back here to the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We appreciate you guys tuning in. You're watching the Madness Racing League Truck Series kickoff for Season 2. Live here at the High Banks at Daytona. Freddie the Flagman has been waving that arm all night long for the caution flag. We're working the third one here tonight in the feature. Big wreck there. The can't even really begin to like where it started at. I mean, we've seen it happen, but it looked like Chris Knighty was just poking his nose out a little bit much to the right here as we were coming off the corners, and Terry Hughes Jr. gets that right rear clipped by Chris Knighty, leading the outside line, and that left a ton of guys damaged here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. 14 laps are complete here. Looks like we're getting ready to be coming to, what, 60 laps remaining here? Or 55. I can't do the math. I'm not a bright fellow. But I can tell you this. If you're looking for some hardcore action-packed racing, you found the damn place. This is the Booty Scoot Racing channel. This is the Madness Racing League. Ladies and gentlemen, the Booty Scoot Racing channel, home to several different series, cars, racing. You name it, you can find it right here. We offer Truck Series, Xfinity, Next Gen Cup, late model stocks, and Wheeling Modifieds. We also want to remind you folks, Monday night, the Wheeling Modified Series is getting ready to tack on the New Smyrna Raceway for the season finale. Getting ready to go playoff racing here the next couple of weeks for the modified division here. So several guys are going to be beating and banging Nerf bars in the modified race Monday night for the ID5 Asphalt Series. You're not going to want to miss a single lap of that action, I promise you that. Those guys have been putting it up and over all year long. They'll start off with a heat race Monday night at 9:15. Yeah, so about to double check with the admin there, but I believe it's 9:15. We'd love to have you guys here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. You can do that by pressing that follow button, slapping that like button, and heading on over to the YouTube page just in case you miss it. And you can see everything right there posted fully to the YouTube page. Working the third caution flag here tonight at the Daytona International Raceway. Kyle Fountain, cousin Big Country, whatever you want to call him, not my cousin, from Clemson, South Carolina. But don't be fooled, ladies and gentlemen. Kyle Fountain, born and raised for his first part of his life here in Florida. So it would be a massive victory for him if he could pick up the Madness Racing League season opener here tonight in Daytona. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Fountain grew up about an hour away from here from the Daytona International Speedway. Racing's been in his life all his life. And Chase Johnson on the outside. Chase Johnson, the son of Junior Johnson, around the Spartanburg, South Carolina area. Junior Johnson known to get it done around the dirt tracks in the upstate of South Carolina. He's got his son out here battling the high banks here on iRacing. Kevin Tinkos won the Roval this past Saturday. We advise you head on over to the YouTube page. Check out that ass whooping that Kevin Tinkos laid to the field on the Roval at Charlotte. And ladies and gentlemen, on the outside of him, Holden Wheeler. Don't get it confused. He picked up the win in his heat race to kick off the Xfinity Season 2. Ladies and gentlemen, Holden Wheeler, nothing unusual for him to be in a victory lane. And this guy down here, John Michael Bryant, known to make somebody's night end quick and early. This is your mom's favorite driver. John Michael Bryant will put a belt to ass, a bumper to a bumper, anything you want, as he's still recovering from that black eye. Him and Nicholas Maynard went at it 2 weeks ago on a Monday night in the modified race. So you know these two guys don't like each other. John Michael Bryant, something like Dale Earnhardt with that Intimidator reputation, but Carson Hocevar on the racetrack here. Runs great here, but John Michael Bryant picked up the victory, the win at Daytona Season 1 of Xfinity, the first ever race we did here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. So John Michael Bryant got that tag on his resume as the first ever Madness Racing League winner ever. Could you imagine that on the Booty Scoot Racing channel? Finally, I get to done stop talking and can run you guys through the race here. Kyle Fountain, the race leader here out front. 15 laps are complete here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Getting ready to bring them back through the restart zone here in Daytona. Kyle Fountain will press the gas. We're back green here in Daytona. Boogity, 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 boogity. Hopefully we can pick off some green flag racing here. Ladies and gentlemen, several guys on different pit strategies here. We'll have to throw them up here. They'll work through the gear. Kyle Fountain, the race leader, Chase Johnson, will once again fall back down on that bottom side in that second place spot here. He'll ride out on the bottom, so the first 6 cars will go single file immediately and leave Holden Wheeler stranded out there with no gap or hole to fill. And that'll be Stanley Turner back there in that number 7 trying to close up the gap on the bottom side. James Fountain says, I'll jump on the outside. I got something to say. I want to play. He'll roll up to the back bumper here of the number 11 of Holden Wheeler if he can ever catch him going down the back straightaway. Not able to connect bumpers there again, but James Fountain should roll up to the back bumper off of turn 4 to the number 11 of Holden Wheeler. Several guys in the back here. 16 laps are complete here. Kyle Fountain leading the charge here at Daytona. He'll slip back down the bottom side here. Chase Johnson all over the back bumper here. 2 Chevys leading in Daytona. We appreciate you guys tuning in here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We appreciate you guys showing love each and every week. We're about to send it right down here live on the racetrack for a MRL Madness Racing League Fast and Loud. The more you slap that like button, the louder it gets. Here to the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We appreciate you sticking around there for the Madness Racing League. Fast and Loud, Kyle Fountain leads them here at the Daytona International Raceway. A Corey Riptide test underneath the Fast and Loud. It's worked his way up to the back bumper to his teammate Chase Johnson. They'll look to hook up on the outside. It'll be 2 Chevys, followed by 2 more Chevys leading on the inside line. The bow ties leading it here in Daytona. Kyle Fountain managing this race absolutely perfect. He's in and out of both lines down on the bottom side. He'll peek out a little bit, letting a little bit of air run back to the number 4 Chevy Silverado Budweiser machine of Kevin Tankos. These guys are absolutely ripping and flipping around the Daytona International Raceway. As you see, Kyle Fountain able to defend himself down on the bottom side. Stanley Turner, that number 7 down there in the dirt. But Kevin Tankos able to pull back to that back bumper here. And Kyle Fountain holding it down here, just like the back of that truck says here. Chase Johnson will try the top side of the racetrack here. He's trying to get a run off the corner. Chase Johnson's trying to get attached here. Here comes James Fountain. Chase Johnson racing. Locked and loaded. 3 wide on the top side. Chase Johnson in the 5. Corey Tessner in the 8. James Fountain in the 24. Those are 3 teammates riding on that top side. Kyle Fountain down on the bottom side with Kevin Tankos, John Michael Bryant, Terry Hughes Jr. will jump in line as well. But it looks like it's going to be 6 guys on the outside, followed by the rest of the pack here. Everybody else shaking out. Kyle Fountain selling away. He's got nobody in his ear. John Michael Bryant. We're going to make a move here early in the Daytona International Raceway, but he's not able to get something down. He's back down on the bottom side. He'll fill his hole back in and jump down in front of the number 81 of Terry Hughes Jr. Kevin Tankos has not left the back bumper of this number 59 machine of Kyle Fountain. And Chase Johnson's losing the spot here. His top side is beginning to get discombobulated here. His pit strategies could be coming into effect here. Depends on when you pitted. Nicholas Maynard's up to the outside here. He's looking to make something shake on the outside. James Fountain to jump on the outside to the 02 Nicholas Maynard. They're able to lock bumpers here on the outside of the 5 machine of Chase Johnson here. These 2 guys will sail up the banking here, trying to get that outside line going. Kyle Fountain, the race leader, off turn 3. Kyle Fountain's in full control here across the front stretch here. Nicholas Maynard, James Fountain on the outside. Chase Johnson will jump up in line, followed by Corey Ripcott. So about 11 guys on the bottom side, followed by 4 on the outside here. Kyle Fountain trying to manage the draft in his mirror here. Nicholas Maynard soared here on the outside. Nicholas Maynard and James Fountain here have found something here in the Daytona International Raceway. They're on the top side. These 3 trucks are scooting and booting, as we would say here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Down the back straightaway here, following door to door with Kyle Fountain. Kyle Fountain has led a majority of the race up to this point here. That number 59, Jim Fountain racing quiet in the turn 3. Nicholas Maynard on the outside. Looks like he's got the advantage right now. They'll climb the bank into turn 3 and 4. It'll be Kyle Fountain down on the bottom side. It's going to be a drag race off turn 4. Nicholas Maynard being pushed by James Fountain. James Fountain, the brother of Kyle Fountain, down on the bottom side. The 2 Fountain boys looking for the race lead here. Nicholas Maynard credited with the lap led that last time around. James Fountain here on the bottom side. Top side, Nicholas Maynard will scoot on down. They'll let James Fountain near the outside. A little bit of respect there. You pull him clear. Step back down the bottom side. Give him another chance there. When they pushed you clear, that was some excellent drafting right there. Some draft masters up front here at the Daytona International Raceway for the Madness Racing League Truck Series Season 2. Nicholas Maynard trying to move back down the bottom side here. Kyle Fountain attached to the back bumper. And Chase Johnson and John Michael Bryant trying to get to James Fountain, and the Valvoline M&M's 24 Chevy Silverado. They'll climb the banking one more time through turns 3 and 4 here. Fly off of turn 4. Single file down on the bottom side. 5 guys on the top side. And it looks like it's going to be no battle for James Fountain because he's got to regather that truck up. Chase Johnson's got to get some great shots from the back bumper here. And these guys have been going at it all night here, continuing to pick off some green flag racing laps here. Don't want to jinx it here. 25 laps are complete out of a schedule 75. Maynard, the race leader. Kyle Fountain right behind him, followed by Kevin Tanko's down on the bottom side. Then it's the other Fountain boy, James Fountain on the outside, being pushed by his teammate, Chase Johnson, followed by your mom's favorite driver, John Michael Bryant, selling down the back straightaway at 190 miles an hour. Stanley Turner will jump to the outside here in the Trojan number 7 machine. They'll climb the banking here. James Fountain has got the advantage through turns 3 and 4. Nicholas Maynard down on the bottom side of the safe flight 0-2. Kyle Fountain all over the ass end of him here, trying to push him to the race lead here. Through the front stretch here at Daytona, up into the triover, through the Geico restart zone. Nicholas Maynard, the race leader there over James Fountain by 1,000. No, they were tied at the line right there. What a lap. James Fountain out here trying to get some help from behind him in that number 5. Chase Johnson racing, teammate of his. But Chase Johnson trying to pull that machine off and get back to him here. Riding on board with James Fountain in the number 24 machine here down the back straightaway. That number 59 machine right in front of Kyle Fountain. He's probably screaming in his head, jump up, big brother. Jump up, I'll give you the push here. For Kyle Fountain staying committed to the number 02 down on the bottom side. Kyle Fountain knows what got him up here, what got him leading some laps, adding point to his total score here. He'll stick to that bottom side here and ride behind the number 02 here. That's Bobby Kyle and the 777 Tabasco machine on the outside. He is working his way back up through the field here. Bobby Kyle, the 64-year-old from Honorsville, Georgia, driving the BKM 777 machine around the hot base here at Daytona. He is no unfamiliar suspect in victory lane. He's picked up a win here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, selling through the banks at 22. Bobby Kyle has caught the tail end wrapped of the 23 machine of John Michael Bryant. He'll work his way up to the back bumper of that outside line here. The number 88 of Carson Colletchland, the Skidoo, number 88 Chevy Silverado. Must have gotten a little bit out of line there. Kyle Fountain all over the ass end of Nicholas Maynard, shoving him hard into turns 3 and 4 here. They'll climb the banking here at 185 miles an hour. Take Fountain charging hard back on the outside. It'll be Fountain on the outside, followed by Johnson, Bryant, Bobby Kyle. And it looks like a couple more guys will jump out there on the outside as well. Then it'll be Maynard, Fountain, Tanko off the line on the bottom side here. 28 laps are complete in the Madness Racing League Truck Series Season 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll throw up a blink cam. I'm going to take a quick commercial break, but you won't miss a thing of this action. Be back in just a moment. back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Finally got my tonsils to chill out there for just a second. I believe my voice is a little bit clearer now. Listening over the radio underneath a little commercial break there real quick. Tons of guys talking pit strategy already. Who's going when, where, why, with who. We'll throw the pit stop lap right there. Nicholas Maynard pits on lap 13, followed by Kyle. Not which Fountain that is. It looks like James Fountain, yes. Looks like James Fountain's been down pit road several times. Carson Collection hasn't been. Terry Hughes has been down on 13, followed by Bobby Kyle twice tonight. So different people's got different amount of gas in here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll have to see how things shake out here tonight on the pit stops here. And I heard about 33 to go in the tank is what I heard, about 33-ish laps. We'll have to see. Caution flags vary from time to time here, depending on who's saving or not underneath the caution flag here. But we welcome you back here to the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Kyle Fountain has led the majority of the race here tonight, but Nicholas Maynard is back out front here, the number 02 from Wilford, South Carolina. He's currently the race leader, 30 laps on complete here in the season 2 for the Truck Series. To kick it off here at Daytona and following right by him, the second, the race lap leader for the most laps led so far up to this point, Kyle Fountain, cousin big country from Clemson, South Carolina. Born here in the state of Florida, looking to pick up the victory here in Daytona. He's all over the back bumper of Nicholas Maynard, trying to make something shake here. Kevin Tankos from Hawthorne, New Jersey, is all over on the bottom side here. I see tons of guys here now that I'm starting to look down here at a vertical angle. Everybody get down to the bottom side of the racetrack here. Could we be seeing green flag pit stops? James Fountain to find a spot quick and early, because he knows that what's right around the corner and what might possibly be yet to come here as they come flying around here at the Booty Scoot Racing channel here to take the World Center of Racing flag here. 32 laps are completed in the book here. So according to the math on the admin, anyone who has not pitted should be on their last lap here according to the record chart too. But we've worked 3 caution flags up to this point here. We'll have to see how things shake up here. Nicholas Maynard, the race leader through turns 1 and 2. He'll bring them down the back straightaway. Kyle Fountain to follow in the second place spot. Kevin Tankos in the third place spot. And Carson Collection. I'm really going to believe here that guys are really getting ready to start to come down to pit road. Bobby Kyle and that Tabasco 777 will stick here on the outside. It looks like going to be Stanley Turner Jr. here from Rising Sun, Indiana. And those two here are the only two stuck out here. They need to get down if they're going to go pit here. If these guys do decide to come down here for green flag pit stops here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. If they are, it's not this time around. Nicholas Maynard leads the charge. He'll stay out on the racetrack here. Everybody else charging through the field. 33 laps on. Been an excellent race up to this point. 3 laps here in the main event here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Not a bad turnout here tonight. 19 cars show up here tonight to start off the kickoff the season 2. 2 weeks from now, we'll head on down to Chicagoland and take on 100 laps here in the Truck Series. Ladies and gentlemen, flying down the back straightaway, 33. That's funny as hell. 33 laps are complete here out of 75. And Kyle Fountain in that Chevy Silverado, the number 59 here, is working the back bumper of the Maynard Motors Safe Flight 02 machine of Nicholas Maynard here through turns 3 and 4. They'll work their way off the corner here. 33 laps are complete. Get ready to come to 34. Talking about those green flag pit stops, they have yet to happen here. Throw it up here to the spotter cam where Kevin Tankos has his younger brother up here. Spotting him away here, Kevin Tankos. You see him right there in that number 4 white machine down on the bottom side. 3rd place spot from Hawthorne, New Jersey. Has worked his way up here to the 3rd place spot. He's got his brother in his ear. We're up here on the spotter stand with Jacob Tankos, the spotter for Kevin Tankos. They'll work their way down the back straightaway here. What an excellent view here in the sun on these cars. Kyle Fountain trying to get to the back bumper of Nicholas Maynard here, but Kevin Tankos not able to pull up here. Looks like these guys may be trying to save a little bit of tire, maybe a little bit of gas or something here. I'm not very sure. They'll work their way single file here. Looks like Bobby Kyle still stuck on that outside here. Looks like green flag pit stops are coming on their way right now. Nicholas Maynard down here on the bottom side. Kevin Tankos, the whole field coming for green flag pit stops here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. How many say out? How many get down? Kyle Fountain gets loose. He'll clip Nicholas Maynard. Nicholas Maynard looks like he was able to save it. That'll cut some track position here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Corey Tessner brings it down. Stanley Turner Jr., John Michael Bryant, the rest of these guys coming down pit road as well. Tons of guys bringing down pit road here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the first time here tonight. Who is going to win the battle off pit road? Gas only tires. Who gets what, when, where? Looks like Chase Johnson, the race leader, is getting right side tires on that race car. James Fountain already up and off the pit road here. Looks like that's going to be the 88 of Carson Collection. Nicholas Maynard will jump out of pit road here as well. He'll take the 2nd place spot off pit road behind the rest of these guys. Holden Wheeler, Kevin Tankos, Terry Hughes Jr., Carson Collection, Holden Wheeler, the rest of these guys will jump back up here to the race leader. It looks like it's going to be Bobby Kyle and Blake Hochschild. These two will stay out on the racetrack along with Mason Cawthorn, who is a lap down. They'll pass the number 09 of Mason Cawthorn right there. So Bobby Kyle and Blake Hochschild stay out here on the racetrack here. They're running a little bit long. Those were the two guys who went long on our pit stop counter when we threw it up here. We'll have to see how things shake out. Looks like James Fountain was able to get out and around over Nicholas Maynard on pit road here. Nicholas Maynard tagged in the left rear by the other Fountain boy, Kyle Fountain, who's still on pit road trying to get some service done to that number 59 machine. Kyle Fountain with a black flag here. No, Kyle Fountain, a holding penalty for speeding down pit road. Had to lock it up, almost went around here. But the battle for the race lead here isn't going to be much. Bobby Kyle is going to be the race leader, and he'll put Mason Cawthorn in a lap car in between him and Blake Hochschild. The only two guys who stay out on the racetrack. Looks like Nicholas Maynard was able to get around James Fountain here. See if we can't throw up the track map here on the Moody Scoot Racing channel, so you guys that know exactly where these folks are. Nicholas Maynard and James Fountain could be the ones that lead them off on the green flag pit stops here. If they run down the guys in front of them on the Moody Scoot Racing channel, that's going to be Terry Hughes Jr. battling hard with Carson Collection. Those were the other two guys who got off pit road. Here's the rest of the pack with the battle off pit road. So this is how it shook out here, excuse me. So Carson Collection from Buffalo, New York will win the battle off pit road with the second group here, followed by Holden Wheeler, Showtime Chase Johnson. Trevor Wall will jump to the outside here. He's being pushed by John Michael Bryant, and Jerry Powers will come out there on the backside. So I have the track map pulled up for you right here. This is the battle back here. We'll keep the action here on the big group here, because that's where all the race cars are. Nicholas Maynard and James Fountain. Looks like they took maybe gas only here compared to everybody else. Maybe took tires here, 2 tires, or maybe what's the call here? Can these guys catch the back here of Blake Hochschild and Bobby Kyle? The race leaders here are getting ready to catch the lap cars here. So these guys got to get in the boot and the scoot here. Nicholas Maynard and the rest of these guys sail their way here into turns 3 and 4. Looks like Carson Collection and Skidoo number 88 will work the bottom side. Terry Hughes Jr. will stay on the outside line. Travel Wall in front of John Michael Bryant. He'll lead the pack off of turns 3 and 4 here. Trying to run down the guys in front of him, Nicholas Maynard and James Fountain. And that's how they'll shake out as Bobby Kyle and Blake Hochschild. Rest are the race leader here on the outside. They got a pack of 4 shaking over here through turns 3 and 4 here. But looks like they're probably hoping for a caution. Everybody else is back single file here on the Moody Scoot Racing channel. You have just set up in the spotter to stand up here at the Daytona International Raceway and work the lap around the Daytona International Raceway. Get ready to come up on 35 laps remaining. Excellent racing here at the Daytona International Raceway. Looks like the number 88 or someone was shoved down on the bottom side of the racetrack there, but they were able to keep it together. Trevor Wall making his way through the field here. Kyle Fountain, black flag on pit road here. None of his wrongdoing, just couldn't get the car slowed down enough here, but he doesn't go around quite enough here. He makes a little contact, saves himself, but he'll have to serve the holding penalty. John Michael Bryant will jump back out here. He'll lead the pack here, trying to run down the kids in front of him here. John Michael Bryant trying to make his way to the front here. He knows how to win here in the high banks at Daytona. The number 23 Gorilla machine. They'll put the lap down over Kyle Fountain here. Kyle Fountain will lose the lap here on the Moody Scoot Racing channel. That car is battling some issues. So if you're just tuning in here, we'll throw it up to the blip cam, trying to get you up to speed here. Bobby Kyle and Blake Hochschild, the 6 and the 777 are the race leaders. They have stayed out, have not pitted yet. Nicholas Maynard and James Fountain running 3 and 4 right now. Take gas only here on their stops. And the field that John Michael Bryant right here in the number 23 machine is leading off of turn 3, off of 22 here, excuse me, for the guys that took tires here. They'll come across the front stretch here, complete another lap. 41 laps are complete here tonight. Looks like Kyle Fountain here on our track, on our ticker back here. Some conditions wrong with that number 59 machine of Kyle Fountain. He's battling some power issues here, trying to get that thing refired here. Can we stay green here on the Moody Scoot Racing channel here? I just seen that back track map. Looks like Kyle Fountain is completely stopped down there on the bottom of the back straightaway. We'll take a look here and see exactly what happened. Trent Hughes already down on the bottom side of the racetrack. He's loose. Big hit here for the number 18. Boom! Holy fucking shit! What the hell has just happened here? Chris Knighty hard into the outside wall. Kyle Fountain. Holy hell. Let's back that ass up here on the Moody Scoot Racing channel and absolutely I'm baffled. I'm truly speechless here on what the absolute hell has just happened here. We've seen Trent Hughes in the number 18 Bass Pro Shop machine loose already on the corner. Don't forget Kyle Fountain, the lap previously battling some powering conditions inside of that race car, maybe an alternator going down or something, but he's off the race surface below the yellow line, not in the view of anybody here. We'll take a look here and see what happens. Trent Hughes, left, right, not able to get up on the racetrack here. Maybe Chris Knighty lifted for him here. Riding with Chris Knighty. Chris Knighty comes down on the bottom of the racetrack here. Not sure for what though. Bam! Big shot there for Chris Knighty. We'll back that ass up here. Right along with Chris Knighty. See exactly what he was thinking here. See, number 18 come back across. He was trying to get away from the 18 there. Maybe he was afraid that he might be spinning there. But the rest of the field, oh my geez, dude, able to get through that there. But Chris Knighty, big damage to that triple deuce machine. And Kyle Fountain, rear toe link broken on that machine, and his hood continues to bounce up and down here in the back straightaway. Trying to get that car refired, and it will not go anywhere. Kyle Fountain destroyed here in the infield at Daytona International Raceway. Parts are flying around turns 3 and 4. And we'll take a commercial break. Be back in just a moment. Don't go nowhere.
Spinning round in a circle. Everybody lacks what they need internal, so they compensate with everything external. Not trying to throw shade, no way. I'm just trying to find a meaning of life. Hey, there's happiness if you try to live the right way. Forget about what others have and live your life. Hey, be aware of who you are, what you're good at. Take a step forward, see where your foot's at. Stand tall, stand proud, talk loud. Every word out your mouth has purpose now. You just gotta get rid of the bad thoughts. Hating others cause you know that they got a lie. Forget that though, you got plenty, you're alive in this life. You got time, go get it. All these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. Oh, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. Oh.
Bang bang! Welcome back to the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We appreciate you guys tuning in here. There's been one eventful race, I can tell you that. Finally got some green flag pit stops in. The Madness Racing League Truck Series presented by TCW Employee-Owned Trucking. Bringing all your goods up and across the United States, up and down the East and West Coast. Make sure you get at them to get all your stuff delivered to you free today. Not free, you gotta pay for shit around here. I did not mean to say free. We'll throw up a different one. We've given a lot of love to them in the night. Look at that, the Madness Racing League Truck Series presented by CloseOutBets.com here. Reminding you that they have served over 650,000 satisfied customers and shop over 50,000 baseball/softball bats and gloves. Ladies and gentlemen, working the caution flag here tonight for the 4th time tonight in the feature race. Everybody catching up behind Peter the pace car here. It has been one eventful race here. We're up on the spotter stand. A couple of guys down on pit road. Bobby Kyle and Blake Hochschild will finally bring those machines down the pit road and get some gas put in. Some NOCO race fuel put in those trucks here. Kevin Tinkles will bring it down to his boys. Jerry Powers along with pretty much, it looks like tons of guys are going to bring it down pit road. Kyle Fountain in that damaged race car. The toe link broken on that Jim Fountain racing machine. He'll bring the 59 into the garage here, and it looks like it might be a done day for Kyle Fountain. Chris Knighty, big shot there to the back of Kyle Fountain here. Kyle Fountain was battling some alternator issues. Jerry Powers off of pit road. We'll jump back around here to the front. Looks like Nicholas Maynard's going to be rest of the race leader after Bobby Kyle finally gives it up here. He'll run it long here. Nicholas Maynard will be the first place guy with James Fountain on the outside of him here. And the Valvoline number 24 machine from Greenville, South Carolina. So 2 Carolina kids will round out the front end. John Michael Bryant, another Carolina kid. So 4 guys rounding out the 2 rows here from South Carolina. John Michael Bryant from Greer, South Carolina. He'll get the 3rd place spot, followed by Showtime Chase Johnson. Travo Wall will get the 5th place spot here. Another Carolina driver as well. Carson Colletchland from Buffalo, New York. So we have to go all the way back to the 6th place spot here. The Carolina kids come down here to Florida and make something shake here. Holden Wheeler in the number 11. We'll round out the 7th place spot here. Corey Riptide Tesner back out on the racetrack here on that number 8. Maccabee Auto Services LLC Chevy Silverado. Still looking for a sponsor to fill a couple of spots on this race car. Make sure you get out Corey Tesner. Get it filled. Blake Hochschild will round back out here in the Toyota. number 6 paint house machine. A couple more guys will take the wave down pit road. Looks like it's going to be John Michael Bryant. Travo Wall will stay out on the racetrack. James Fountain, Chase Johnson, Carson Kolechlin, and Holden Wheeler will be the guys that bring it down on pit road. So Nicholas Maynard and Travo Wall and Corey Tesner, followed by Blake Koschott and Bobby Kyle. We'll see how things shake out here at the end of the pit selections here. Chase Johnson on the pole here. He won the night's dual race. He'll get the first pit box here. He'll win the race off pit road. Yes, he will. It'll be him, and then I'm not sure who that is right behind him. Maybe Carson Kolechlin, yes. John Michael Bryant. Holden Wheeler still stuck on pit road, so James Fountain will get it. Holden Wheeler will get the next one. We're going to caution flag here tonight for the 4th time of the night. 45. Get ready to be laps complete here. Get ready to have 25 laps remaining here on 35 laps, excuse me, remaining here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Chugging on a beer here, ladies and gentlemen. The night's slowly starting to get darker, and it's not because the sun is going away. I'm starting to lose my vision. Get blackout drunk up here in the booth. Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you something. Please keep your little brothers, sisters, grandkids, whatever, in the seats. If you are below 10 years old, you do not need to be running around here at Daytona International Raceway the way that the cyclists are nowadays. I wouldn't want you to get hurt. But that is your fine mother down there in row 17, section 43 in the Waltrip section. Tell her to get at me at Booty Scoot Racing. I will make that booty scoot. Get ready to go back racing here. 44 laps are complete here. We should see the one to go racing sign this time around here, but everybody else settling in the rest of the field here, pitting in these race cars. We finally got some green flag pit stops here, and it shook things up big time for a lot of these guys here. And now they'll have to re-rack them and retry it again here. And once we get everything going back straight here, we'll figure out the standing lineup here when they get door to door. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Booty Scoot Racing channel Madness Racing League Truck Series Season 2 opener live here from the Daytona International Raceway. 4 cautions here tonight so far. We're getting ready to go back racing here. So finally, we'll see how things shake up here. Looks like Nicholas Maynard from Welford, South Carolina. 30 laps to go here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. He will be the race leader. And Travo Wall, the number 7 from Pelzer, South Carolina. And the Marshall. Is that Marshall? Not sure. If I mispronounce that, I'm so apologize. The Marshall Ford F-150 on the outside. And the Blue Ovals will take the front row. Corey Tesner will be on the inside. Second row here on the outside of him will be, looks like it's going to be Blake Koschott in the number 6 Paint House Toyota TRD. So one of each manufacturer around. Corey Tesner, the long soul soldier here. Is we got 2 Blue Ovals leading it up front here. And then it'll be a Chevy followed by 2 Toyotas and then 3 Chevys. So the Blue Ovals will take the front here, followed by the other ovals, and then you got to go all the way back there to find the bow ties. Who's ready to let these guys rip and rave back here at the high banks of Daytona International Raceway for some action-packed racing? 30 laps remain here. Hopefully we can get another run like the guys that just got done doing green flag pit stops in the book here. See how things shake out here. That's how they go right there. Blake Koschott, Bobby Kyle able to extend it 8 laps over the rest of the field with their early pit stops in tonight's race. So they were able to stay out front a little bit longer here, but the second pack was able to catch up with James Fountain and Nicholas Maynard, who took gas only on the first stop under the green flag cycle here. See how things shake out here. Bobby Kyle and them give it back up. That'll put Nicholas Maynard and these guys back up here up front after the conclusion of the pit cycles. 30 laps, getting ready to be 29 when we get ready to go back racing here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Peter the pace car will hang that fat left on the pit road, and we will get ready to dog this thing here tonight. Nicholas Maynard, the race leader here in the Maynard Motors Safe Flight Auto Zone 02 machine. He'll bring them through the Geico restart zone. He'll punch the gas. We are back green here in Daytona for the main season opener race here tonight for the Truck Series for the Madness Racing League. Nicholas Maynard, the race leader, will work his way through the gears. Banging through the gears. Caution flag is back out here already. Keeping it green here. Yes, we are still green here. Excuse me. I thought I seen something. That was Peter the pace car pulling back here on the bottom side. These guys fan their way out here. Looks like everybody's going back down single file. Nicholas Maynard, the race leader. He'll have Corey Riptide Tesner over the back end of him. Showtime Chase Johnson trying hard on the outside. He'll sail his way back here all by himself, trying to pull that truck to the race lead, but he won't have enough as Corey Tesner stays connected to the back of Nicholas Maynard. They'll sail up the banking through turns 3 and 4 here on the restart. He's ready to go back to the line for the first time back at full speed since the caution flag. It'll be Maynard, Tesner, Bobby Kyle, Showtime Chase Johnson, followed by Kevin Tanko. These guys have been going at it all night long here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We appreciate you guys tuning in here. Make sure you head on over to the YouTube page at Booty Scoot Racing LLC at the conclusion of the night's event. For the conclusion and the whole race there. You can also check out the dual race tonight where Showtime Chase Johnson picked up the victory. Don't want to spoil it for you. If I did, oh well, I'm sorry. Nicholas Maynard's got the number 8 of McAfee Autos. There's the Corey Riptide Tesla all over the back bumper here. Followed by Bobby Kyle, Kevin Tankos, Chase Johnson, then the boogeyman of John Michael Bryant. 47 laps are complete here. They'll climb the bankings here through turns 3 and 4. Flying through your living room here at full speed, 190 miles an hour. The kid of Nicholas Maynard trying to work the traffic here. He'll work the bottom side of the racetrack. We'll look out the back end of Ford Riptide Tesner. He's got the veteran of Bobby Kyle and the Tabasco 777. Back there working his hands here in the all-black pit uniform. Bobby Kyle working the draft here at the Daytona International Raceway. Look at that, Booty Scoot Racing on the back of the Nicholas Maynard machine. Hey, look at that. We appreciate the shout-out here. If you're looking for the Booty Scoot Racing channel, that's what you found right here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel's TikTok platform. They'll work their way down the back straightaway. 48 laps are complete here in the night's event at a 75 schedule. Corey Riptide Tesner trying to get to that back bumper, but he just can't get there enough to get Nicholas Maynard out in front to get a run. To pull right around her and do the slingshot in effect here. Tons of guys down on the bottom side, single file here, so maybe these guys are trying to maybe run out the rest of the race here. We're slowly approaching 25 laps remaining here. Corey Riptide Tesner pushing the back bumper of the race leader. John Michael Bryant's behind Chase Johnson. That's the 6th machine of Blake Hochschild being pushed by Holden Wheeler. Now to move the number 88 of Carson Colenslin up the racetrack. Stanley Turner looking to make something shake in the Trojan machine. Mason Cochran, the number 09 Tennessee Gray machine down on the bottom side. He'll fill the hole that almost wasn't there. Carson Colenslin gets a little bit loose here on the outside, but he's able to hold on to it. Blake Hochschild continues to run it down here, trying to run to the back bumper of the number 23 machine of John Michael Bryant. 49 laps are complete here tonight. Sailing through the corner, Nicholas Maynard leads him off of turn 3 and 4. It'll be Maynard, Tesner, Kyle, Tankos, Johnson, Boogeyman O'Brien. And then it looks like it's going to be Blake Hochschild over Carson Colenslin there at the line. No, Colenslin over Hochschild at the line. Those two guys were going at it. John Michael Bryant will cut the fastest lap on the racetrack there. John Michael Bryant managing the gap in between him and the number 5 machine here. Knows that he ain't got to beat the back bumper off when he's so many cars far back into the draft here. Ladies and gentlemen, we're really only in the front 1 or 2, maybe 4 cars need to be bumping. Mason Cochran says, fuck that. I'll put the bumper right into the back of Holden Wheeler. He got the damage to that number 09 Tennessee machine. Not sure where Mason Cochran's got that damage from. He'll chase the 7 of Stanley Jr. up the racetrack here. Trying to hold on to that number 09 machine, Mason Cochran, all the way from Duncan, South Carolina. He'll come out here tonight trying to keep that Tennessee volunteer sponsorship on that race car. Bring it to the front here as we open up the Season 2 Truck Series. 25 laps are remaining here. It's Season 2 Truck Series, season opener at the Daytona International Raceway. Nicholas Maynard, the kid, back out front here in the Truck Series. Ladies and gentlemen, winless in Season 1. Season 2 runner-up here. He finished 2nd place at the Homestead Miami Speedway. Trying to get a win. Hasn't picked up a win, I think 3 months on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Can Nicholas Maynard hold off the lead here at Daytona? He's got a hard-charging Corey Riptide Tesner. Corey Tesner, sick last night, had to go to the emergency room. Ladies and gentlemen, you remember Corey Riptide Tesner was qualified, for the championship race in Season 2, but wasn't able to make it to the racetrack that night, so he finished last in the standings for the championship race. So 4th film of season for Corey Tesner. He's looking to revenge himself here tonight as he works the back bumper of the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard. Nicholas Maynard might have to jump up here on the outside in front of the number 88 of Carson Colenslin here. If Carson Colenslin can get the run to the front here that he's looking for. But that Skidoo number 88 machine stuck on the outside of the number 777 of Bobby Kyle here. Bobby Kyle will work the bottom side of the 22. Down the back straightaway, Bobby Kyle will fill in the hole right here. Carson Questlands is on a long stranded island out there. The longer he runs out there, the longer it's going to take for him to get in here. But John Michael Bryant's going to plug the hole here. No, sir, you're not taking my spot right here. The 23 machine of John Michael Bryant won the heat race last Thursday for the I-85 Asphalt Series late model stock heat race, but he wasn't able to pick up the victory tonight. He'll run it a little wide off the corner there. He's trying to run it out here as Carson Questlands continues to battle internet connection issues, blinking in and out on the outside here. John Michael Bryant down on the bottom side of the racetrack here. Behind the STI Johnson, number 5 of Chase Johnson. Nicholas Maynard leads him into turn 4. The boogeyman of John Michael Bryant will continue to cut the fastest lap again around the racetrack that time around. He's got that gap in between him and that number 5 machine, and he keeps leaving it there, constantly bringing speed to his lap here. So John Michael Bryant knows that there's a 5 points paid out for the fastest lap of the session, and John Michael Bryant is definitely trying to do that right now. He continues to work to the back bumper of Chase Johnson. They'll settle the banking here. Turn 3 and 4. 23 laps to go here in tonight's feature race to kick off season 2 for the Truck Series. Nicholas Maynard leads him on the inside. And so there we go. Finally get some action here on the outside. Jumping up. Carson Collection's got some help. That's the 24 machine of James Fountain. Terry Hughes Jr. will join the party on the outside, and so will the boogeyman of John Michael Bryant. Your mom will jump up in the air, throw her hands, and crack another cold one. The boogeyman is looking to make his move to the front of the racetrack. Chase Johnson says, no sir, I'll jump up there on the outside. 5 on 4, 5 on the outside, 4 on the bottom side. Nicholas Maynard downstairs, Carson Collection upstairs. That'll be the front row when they get to each other. Sailing down the back straightaway here at the Daytona International Raceway. Riding on board with the number 7 of Kevin Tanko from Hawthorne, New Jersey. Picked up the victory 2 weeks ago. Now we're riding on board with Showtime Chase Johnson, Season 1 champion. You see the gap in between him and the guys in front of him here. 22 laps to go here on the Booties Q Racing channel. Nicholas Maynard still the race leader. Will he throw the block on Carson Collection as they work their way through the Daytona Super Stretch, through the trioval, through the Geico restart zone? And it looks like John Michael Bryant will jump back out there on that outside and make something shake here. So everybody migrates their way back from the bottom to the top. Chase Johnson will jump from the top to the bottom and right back to the top through turns 1 and 2. So it's been the kid, Nicholas Maynard, up to this point so far. He's led 31 laps up to this point. 21 laps to go here in the Booty Screw Racing channel. Nicholas Maynard, winless in 3 months, hasn't picked up the victory one time. Can he scrap the victory here tonight and do it all over the Maccabee Auto Parts machine of Corey Riptide Tesner, making it difficult for the 02 machine. He's all over the back bumper here, riding in traffic here at the Daytona International Speedway out the ass end of Corey Riptide Tesner. Right on board with Showtime Chase Johnson, his teammates, in 2 totally different perspectives and 2 totally different ways these guys got to race their races here. Oh, we got a wreck back here. Big time hit. We're riding on board. Bang! Wow. Caution flag flies here with 20 laps to go on the Booty Screw Racing channel. John Michael Bryant involved. Several guys involved. Stanley Turner Jr. revealed back in the camera view. We'll back that ass up here. We'll throw up an instant replay here. Back that ass up here and acknowledge what maybe if it just happened right. I'm not very sure. Maybe Olden Wheeler got down here. And that number 11 black machine here. We'll take a look as they cross across the line here. Take where we need to go here. And yeah, just nowhere to go here. Tons of shoving and beating and banging at John Michael Bryant. Up and over here as CPK right on board with John Michael Bryant. Not very sure what led to the number 11 even being down there. Maybe Terry Hughes Jr. looked like he maybe have gotten a little push maybe from the boogeyman of John Michael Bryant. I'm not sure. It got him a little bit loose there. Terry Hughes Jr. down on the bottom side here. He'll collect. Riding on forward, John Michael Bryant just up and into the catch fence here on the Booty Screw Racing channel. Tons of other guys involved. Chase Johnson gets turned around as well as Travis Wall. Travis Wall hits Mason Cawthron, and the rest of these guys continue to foul in here. Mason Cawthron's day continues to go from bad to worse here. Bang! Right in front of Jerry Bowers. We'll make contact with Jerry Bowers here. We'll get the tow truck out here. Peter the pace car back out on the racetrack. We got a mess over here in turns 1 and 2. We'll be back in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go nowhere.
I keep on working, got purpose and worth. Music's my cure and this world is my purse. Get rid of this curse with every verse. Of course I've been hurt, but some have been much worse. Leave me alone, get out of my head. Block out the opinions until I am dead. They all go to sleep, but you listen instead. Listen some more and you'll cease to regret. I keep on working, I got it on track. You gonna see my name up on a flag. I sail the ship and I'll never come back. I keep this bitch on the line to attack. Never look back. I make a record like Crash. Top of my bracket, I smash. Hot like a pack. I'm about to stack it like cash. It's gonna happen so fast.
Back into the Booty Scoot Racing channel. The rest of these guys can catch the back of the pace car here. Peter the pace car back out on the racetrack here. Looks like several guys are going to bring it down pit road right now here. We'll cut down the music here to keep it here. Looks like that's the race leader of Nicholas Maynard and the number 02 bringing it down pit road with Carson Koletchlin, James Fountain, Holden Wheeler, John Michael Bryan, and Trevor Wall goes around here on the entrance of pit road. Big shot there for the number 7. Trying to slow that machine down here. So everybody down on pit road here. Trying to make something shake. Nicholas Maynard will come in the race leader here. We'll watch the battle off pit road. We'll see how things shake out. So it's like Nicholas Maynard wins the battle off pit road. Holden Wheeler will get second here. Looks like maybe James Fountain will get third off pit road right there. So James Fountain's crew coming to play a little bit of games tonight. Chase Johnson still stuck on pit road. Stanley Jr. will make his way off pit road here. And the way these guys continue to fill in the back of the field here and catch the back of the pace car, Bobby Kyle and Blake Hochschild and Kevin Tankos stay out on the racetrack here. These three guys right here will be the three guys trying to make it on pit stop strategy. They went 8 laps longer under the green flag pit stop than anybody else. So those three guys right here are looking to make, well, 2 guys, excuse me, Blake Hochschild and Bobby Kyle. Kevin Tankos must have done something different here. We'll have to see how things shake out here when they get side by side, getting ready to go green. It'll update the pit lap stuff for us here. I can't throw up the track map here so you can see where your favorite driver is currently underneath the caution flag here. So we got several guys still stuck on pit road here. John Michael Bryant, Chase Johnson, Holden Wheeler, and somebody else catching the tail end of the field. The 99 of Jerry Powers coming on pit road right now. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've made it this far, we appreciate you. We're glad you have found us. This is the Booty Scoot Racing channel's TikTok page. At the conclusion of the night's event, everything will be posted to the YouTube page at Booty Scoot Racing LLC. And we would really gladly appreciate it if you would head on over and give us a follow, a like, and a subscribe there. It would help us out and do wonders, ladies and gentlemen. Working the caution flag for the 5th time here tonight. John Michael Bryan and Showtime Chase Johnson catching the back of the field there. It looks like that's going to be the 99 of Jerry Powers there on the back stretch getting ready to catch the field. So we will see the one to go racing this time around. Bobby Kyle from Honorsville, Georgia, excuse me. Clear my voice. It's been one hell of a race so far. 17 laps to go here in the night's event. Honorsville, Georgia, stand up. Bobby Kyle will make the quick trip over here to the Daytona International Raceway. He's looking to pick up the big 3 here. 17 laps, get ready to have 16 to go for the Tabasco 777 Toyota TRD Tundra from Honorsville, Georgia. We go back racing the Budweiser number 4 machine of Kevin Tankos. Looking to go back-to-back on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. He won the Xfinity Series race at the Charlotte Roval just a couple weeks ago here. And ladies and gentlemen, Blake Hochschild, winless on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. He has never won a race. He is looking to pick up his first victory here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. And below him, on the outside of him, will be the number 88 of Carson Koletchlin. Carson Koletchlin making his debut here tonight for the Truck Series Season 2 from Buffalo, New York. He's looking to make something shaking. Holden Wheeler won his dual race in the Xfinity Series Season 2 kickoff race. So he's no unusual suspect to victory lane. Holden Wheeler looking to pick up the dub here tonight. Can we keep it green like these guys have been doing? I mean, it's been one hell of a race up to this point. Not much that you can much want to ask for. 5 caution flags for 75 laps. If you remember that damn Xfinity race, things can definitely be a lot worse here. As you see the track map up there, your favorite driver, Kyle Fountain, coming to the back of the field to catch the back end. Big damage to that race car here, so we'll cut that away. We'll have 16 laps to go when we go back racing. Bobby Kyle from Honorsville, Georgia will be the race leader here on the front half of the pack on the bottom side. And he will have Kevin Tankos on the outside of him, followed by Kevin Tankos. Behind him will be Nicholas Maynard. And behind Bobby Kyle as a push-up partner will be Blake Hochschild. Holden Wheeler will fill in the outside spot here with Carson Koletchlin, so the 2 black trucks will take the 3rd row. Peter the pace car should hang the left on the pit road this time around. And we should be heading our way back to the green flag here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Bobby Kyle leads the back to the Geico restart zone. He'll press the gas down. We are back green here with the Season 2 Truck Series opening race at the Daytona International Speedway. Bobby Kyle will rip into here as the race leader here. 16 laps to go here. Peter the pace car pulling it back down into his spot on parking lot on pit road for hopefully the final time tonight. As these guys continue to get to some heat to these motors, trying to get it going. Blake Koschchild will jump to the top side of the racetrack there in front of the 0-2 of Nicholas Maynard. Going to be Carson Colletzlin on the outside to follow with a big gap back there to Stanley Turner. And then these guys will connect good on the bottom side. It'll be Bobby Kyle and the Tabasco 777, followed by the number 4 of Kevin Tankos, the number 11 of Holden Wheeler will walk down on the bottom side of the third place spot. James Fallon lurking in the number 24, fourth place spot down on the bottom side. Here comes the Boogeyman charging hard in the yellow machine on the outside, fourth place spot on the outside run. Who's going to lead the lap back from the restart zone? Blake Hochschild will get the lap led over Bobby Kyle right there. Off the restart, 15 laps remain here in the Season 1 race here for the Truck Series for the Madness Racing League Truck Series Season 2. Nicholas Maynard all over the back bumper of the number 6 of the paint house machine of Blake Koschchild. They'll work their way through the banking here off of turn 2. Down the back straightaway. A big push from the number 02. He'll get a push from John Michael Bryan, trying to send it 3 wide up the middle. Nicholas Maynard will throw the block here. He's able to hold himself out front. He'll fly his way into turns 3 and 4. Nicholas Maynard goes down. Contact's made. John Michael Bryan goes around. Big wreck here off of turns 3, the big one here at Daytona. Kevin Tankos barrel rolling here at the Daytona International Speedway. Caution flag is out here. Several guys involved. John Michael Bryant's involved. We'll back that ass up here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for an instant replay to take a look exactly what happened. It started with the Boogeyman of John Michael Bryant. That was the first truck I seen go around. We'll have to take a look here. Definitely right around with the Boogeyman and see what happened here. As he tried to send it 3 wide up the middle, Nicholas Maynard threw the block on him. We'll take a look here. We'll back it all the way up to that point here, right out the front bumper of John Michael Bryant. So John Michael Bryant sails off of turn 2, down the middle here, up the middle, 3 wide. Nicholas Maynard sees it. He'll come right in front of the 23 machine of John Michael Bryant. John Michael Bryant will push Nicholas Maynard to the race lead here. Nicholas Maynard clears the step down on the bottom side, and John Michael Bryant makes contact there. And a big shot here sends him up to the top side of the racetrack here and collects several guys here. Several guys involved. Kevin Tankos barrel rolling across the front stretch here on the Booty Scoot Racing. Turns 3 and 4. We'll back that ass up. See if we cannot ride on board with Kevin Tankos and take a look, ladies and gentlemen. Viewer discretion is advised. This is going to be one rough ride. Kevin Tankos up and over here on the Daytona International Speedway. We'll ride one more time. See if we can get a great camera angle of Kevin Tankos absolutely flying around the Daytona International Speedway. And I'm not talking, no pun intended, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin Tankos, bang out there from Paint Hochschild machine of Blake Koschchild. Our prayers will be with the number 4 of Budweiser's. Kevin Tankos, excuse me. The 20-year-old takes a massive shot here from John Michael Bryant, comes sliding through your living room. The big one here at Daytona, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a quick commercial break and be back in just a moment. Don't go nowhere.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, speaking fast. I can roast, I can gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past.
And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you want
competent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to
Bang, bang, back here on the Moody Scoot Racing channel, working the 6 caution flag here tonight. A absolute carnage of a wreck. The big one strikes here at Daytona, takes out half the fucking field. Kevin Tanko's up and over on his lid in the number 4 Budweiser Chevy Silverado. He has climbed out of that race car. He has let the window net down, and the AMR safety crew has taken him to the Halifax Medical Center right down the street here from the Daytona International Raceway. And the word from the admin is he is going to be okay. Big shot there for Kevin Tankos. It all started off the front bumper of John Michael Bryant. John Michael sends it 3 wide up the middle. Looking to make something shake. I don't blame him here. Nicholas Maynard seen it. Nicholas Maynard, the race leader here, the number 02 from Wellford, South Carolina. Goes up the middle, 3 wide. It's basically stranded Terry Hughes Jr. to get himself back to the race lead. And I believe just John Michael Bryant thought himself was clear. He came across the nose of Bobby Kyle. Caused a big one right there. And Kevin Tankos up and over on his lid here. So ladies and gentlemen, we should be getting ready to get the 1 to go racing sign this time around. Several guys still stuck on pit road. Travo Wall back out here on the racetrack in the number 7. He's in the 4th place spot here. Travo Wall winless here on the Moody Scoot Racing channel. He has never won a race. Can the Pelzer, South Carolina, shake, rattle, and roll his way to the victory lane here with we'll get ready to be 12 laps. Should be 10 laps to go when we get ready to go back racing here in just a brief moment, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like Peter the pace car will cut the lights. No, he will not cut the lights. Yes, he will cut the lights. Double file this time around, so we will get ready to go back racing here. Terry Hughes Jr. is making his way off pit road. Chase Johnson out of the race car. He'll make his way back to the garage here. John Michael Bryant loose as a goose on the inside. Damage to the number 23 machine of John Michael Bryant will do it for him. He'll go down to pit road. Thought he had enough to fix the race car here, but he's battling some handling conditions, so that'll retire John Michael Bryant from the race. It's over there on the left side of your screen. 7 guys will battle out for it right here tonight in the high banks of Daytona International Raceway. 9 guys are on the lead lap, and I believe maybe 10 are on the racetrack currently at the moment, if I'm not mistaken here. So should be a good one here. Should have 11 laps to go when we go back racing here. We'll do a little quick rundown here. Nicholas Maynard, he's currently the race high laps led leader right now as we speak. The second one going to Kyle Fountain in the 59 machine. Holden Wheeler will be on the outside front row. Jerry Powers will get the second row on the inside with Travo Wall on the outside of him. The third row will go to James Fountain here on the bottom side. It's Stanley Turner Jr. in the Trojan Rainbow machine. Terry Hughes Jr. will catch the back of the pack here. He's registered in the 7th place spot here on the lead lap, so he'll come back around and catch the back of the field. He'll manage his way through the little traffic here and sneak his way to where he's supposed to be at. Kevin Tankos will be the next guy here in the 9th place spot, a lap down. And then you see the rest of it go down on the rest of your field. So 7 guys are getting ready to tackle it on here for the victory here at the Daytona International Raceway to kick off Season 2. These guys know if they win tonight's event, it'll go ahead and lock them into the playoffs. With the whole rest of the season remaining here, the only thing they'll have to do is chase points and victories here as they know their playoff spot is absolutely safe here with a win in the Madness Racing League Truck Series. Nicholas Maynard had a fast race car all night. Holden Wheeler's been one hell of a pusher all night. They'll bring him through the Geico restart zone and back green here at Daytona on the Madness Racing League Truck Series Season 2 kickoff race from Daytona. Ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas Maynard gets a great push from the number 11 of Holden Wheeler. He'll jump back down in line. Jerry Powers will follow in the 3rd place spot. James Fountain will go in the 4th place spot with Travo Wall in the 5th place spot. He'll jump up on the top side of the racetrack there. Looks like Kyle Fountain. Kyle Fountain back out here on the racetrack here. Kyle Fountain's got a messed up number 59 truck. Got into some damage earlier here. Tons of lap down. Was battling some radiator issues. Some alternator issues inside of that race car. Trent Hughes upside down back here. Holy freaking hell. Trent Hughes up and over. Caution flag here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Trent Hughes from Troy, Alabama, up and over. We'll back that ass up here. The rookie getting a taste of being airborne here at Daytona. We'll throw it up for an instant replay for the rookie of Trent Hughes. Tons of damage here to that race car here. He's been involved in several wrecks here tonight. He's just down on the bottom side looking to make a gap up top, and he wasn't clear over the 7 of Travo Wall. Look at that car just get up in the air. We see tons of guys go airborne in the heat race. Trent Hughes able to lock it down there. and get that thing back straight here. We'll work the 6 caution flag here tonight. Nobody else involved. Looks like Nicholas Maynard and Holden Wheeler are the front 2 guys here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll take a quick commercial break and be back after this. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to miss a thing here. Should be a good one. About 5 laps to go when we go back racing.
Yeah, it's our time to shine. Show that's the kind of state of mind you gotta combine with hard work and time. You gotta climb to the top. Don't let yourself drop till your heart stops. Let this beat rock. Got a new clock and a new stock for this new rock. Just let your mind loose from the new stock. Drunk off the goose, thinking that I'm too pop. Getting caught with a few thoughts cause I'm too lost. Off the speakers can't even handle me. Even what I got, nobody's gonna drain my energy. And I will never stop. I'm motivated by enemies. Setting up shop so everybody remember me. And no, I am not going through life regretfully. I'd rather work non-stop, what they call incessantly, than want some more jobs just to live life pleasantly. Already got lost in my mind, not a fantasy. I'm getting with a forgotten soul, so stop, drop, and roll. You lost all control and pop off your ball. I got squat, I fold. I'm not bought, I'm sold. My stock rocks, it's gold. Hey, knock, knock, G-hole, it's shit. Talk to close, I ain't stopping though. It's hip-hop, you know, or is it rock and roll? I'm not dropping down, no, my pocket's grown. You can't stop the show, so get rockin' on. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't gonna make friends. I ain't never slowing down, keep on going till I'm down. No, I'm never slowing down, cause we're blowing up now. I ain't never slowing down, keep on going till I'm down. No, I'm never slowing down, cause we're blowing up. Hard work's like a weapon, attack with no questions. In my own section and they still disconnected, cause their mind's been infected and they're filled with objection. Too filled for recollection, so we're losing all attention. They don't know I'm in contention, cause I'm gaining their attention, cause I'm making a connection. Lyricism and aggression got me feeling my ascension. In my passion, my profession, I'm attacking my obsession.
Bang, bang, back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. These guys are riding around single file caution time for the 6th time here tonight. For Trent Hughes, I mean, he just thought he had a spot there on the outside of Travel Wall, and he wasn't clear. He made the move anyway, but it'll work out in, I guess it'll work out in his favor. He's back out on the racetrack. Looks like Travel Wall, he was still on the racetrack. Yeah, he's still on the racetrack here as well. So Travel Wall still back out here. So Trent Hughes, though, this is 3rd caution here tonight. It's got his name on it, though. But Trent Hughes, the rookie, though, we got to give him a little bit of hell here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. The younger brother of Terry Hughes Jr. Terry Hughes Jr. had a great run tonight. The bad luck strikes Terry Hughes. He's stuck there on pit road. His guys continue to beat the damn damage out of that number 81 machine. So the older brother will go down and the younger brother will stay out here on the racetrack. We've still yet to get that 1-to-go racing sign from the pace car here on the Madness Racing League Truck Series. I'm battling a little bit of a sniffle here. I apologize for that. Went to the bathroom and I seen your mother in there. She was sniffing a little, little checker flag, you know what I mean? And she offered me a little something. I took it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, 9 laps to go. Get ready to be 8, ladies and gentlemen. 8 laps. The lights will go off on the caution flag. The caution light will go off on the pace car. That signals to us here as the watchers on tonight's stream that we are getting ready to go back racing here with looks like going to be 7 laps remaining here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll give you a quick rundown. Nicholas Maynard, winless on the Booty Scoot Racing channel in 3 months. He has not won a race since Homestead, Miami in the Gen 6 Cup Series, the first playoff race about 3 months ago. Holden Wheeler picked up the victory in the Xfinity Series dual race number 2. So he is not unusual for being at victory lane. He is looking to scrape the victory here tonight in that number 11. James Fountain, it seems like every other week he's in victory lane in some kind of series here. So we'll see how he shakes out here. That Valvoline number 24, M&M's machine is bad fast. Spit through some carnage here tonight as he barrel rolled down the straightaway earlier. He's back up here in the 4th place spot. And Stanley Turner Jr. from Rising Sun, Indiana. Never won a race here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, but he has been bad fast here. Had a hell of a run in New Hampshire, and that Trojan machine looking to wrap it up and insert it to the victory lane here tonight in Daytona. And I believe that's the last person. Oh, Kevin Tankos is back on the lead lap now. That's something very important to throw out here. And Terry Hughes Jr., his guys will beat it out enough to beat the pace car. He's back out here on the lead lap. He's going to shake out the 7th place spot here on the restart. So the 2 Hughes brothers will round out the back of the field. Nicholas Maynard is going to be the race leader here with 8. Getting ready to be 7 laps to go here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. And we are getting ready to see one hell of a finish. Ladies and gentlemen, please go over to the YouTube page. Press that like button. Press that YouTube subscribe button. And follow the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Here we go. 6, getting ready to be 7 laps to go racing here to figure out who's going to lock themselves first into the playoffs for the Season 2 Truck Series. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We're back green here on the Madness Racing League Truck Series. 7 laps remain here. 7 laps remain from Nicholas Maynard. And another win here in the Madness Racing League in the Truck Series. He went winless in Season 2. Holden Wheeler definitely hungry here on the bottom side. He's going to try everything in his power. Jerry Powers has got his notebook written up here from the night. He's seen what's happened. He'll pull up to the back bumper of the number 11 of Holden Wheeler. Want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, we are scheduled for 2 overtime attempts here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. If these guys are to take the white flag here, the caution flags are off, and there's nothing that we can do about it. It'll be the first person back to the checkered flag. If these guys wreck before the conclusion of the white flag here, these guys will have a caution flag thrown from them. If these guys wreck again before taking the white flag during the overtime, we'll re-rack them one more time. Nicholas Maynard will retain the race lead and hold on to it for the lap here on the restart. Ladies and gentlemen, this is getting ready to get epic. Sit back, go grab another beer, light another cigarettes. These guys are flying through your living room down on the bottom side. Single file. Flying through the banking here at the Daytona International Raceway. Nicholas Maynard leads her down the back straightaway. It's going to be Maynard, Wheeler, Power, Fountain, Turner, Hughes, Tankos, and Walls out here on the racetrack. 8 guys battling it out. Blake Hochschild still out here. He's a lap down, though, trying to make something shake there. He'll jump to the outside right here on your screen. It'll be Nicholas Maynard followed by Holden Wheeler. Holden Wheeler has not come detached from the back bumper of the number 02. He's looking to make a move here. When will he make it? Will he jump up on the outside here? There goes Jerry Powers. He's looking for the move early. 6 laps remain here. 6 laps remain. James Fountain's battling some internet connection issues. He'll blink in and blink out right there on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. He'll get the big fat push to the number 99. Close out back Chevy Silverado of Jerry Powers. But he's not got enough momentum into the corner. Holden Wheeler still locked nose to tail there with the kid of Nicholas Maynard down on the bottom side. They'll rip through turn 22. Down the back straightaway, 5 laps remain. John Michael Bryan will rejoin the race here off of pit road there in the far back of your screen in the yellow machine. 2 on the outside, getting ready to have a third if he can get there between Kyle Fountain. Kyle Fountain trying to get to the back bumper of his little brother James Fountain in the number 24. Can he get there? Make him get to the front. 5 laps, get ready to be 4. They'll sell off a turn 4 here. Nicholas Maynard on the bottom side. It'll be Jerry Powers upstairs looking to make something shake through the Geico restart zone. Smoke plowing across the front stretch here. Somebody's grilling out down on the infield here. We seen him earlier. It smells like barbecue. It smells like a damn good burger down there. These guys popping and weaving here on the bottom side. It's going to be Maynard downstairs, followed by Wheeler. And then it's going to be the 7 of Stanley Turner on the bottom side, followed by looks like going to be Terry Hughes Jr., Kevin Tankos. I'm not sure, but the rest of these guys are losing the pack quick. 5 down on the bottom side to the 3 on the outside. James Fountain continuing to battle internet connection issues as he blinks in and out here. Don't want to watch for the net code here. James Fountain here. He'll keep a little gap here. Maybe he knows he's blinking in and out here. Kyle Fountain finally to the back bumper of his little brother of James Fountain here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. 4 laps remain here. Get ready to come through the Geico restart zone. 3 laps remaining here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. The kid of Nicholas Maynard out front here to the trioval front stretch here. As they head into turns 1 and 2 here. Holden Wheeler looking to make the move here. No, he's not yet. He'll peep on the outside here. Jerry Powers will sell up the racetrack there. It'll be Powers on the outside, followed by James Fountain. Kyle Fountain there as well. Kyle Fountain a couple laps down here, so he's not fighting for the win, but he's damn sure got the truck to contend to help somebody else. He's got a little brother right there in front of him. Why not help him? Nicholas Maynard down on the bottom side, trying to run away from Holden Wheeler here. Look at these guys, absolutely trying to turn each other around, trying to get and go at it here. 3 laps remain on the Booty Scoot Racing channel as they sail through 3 and 4. Who's going to get it? Maynard down on the bottom side. Winless in 3 months. Hasn't won a race. Jerry Powers led a F-ton of laps at New Hampshire in the Xfinity Series. White flag next time around. The 99 on the outside. Can he get clear? The number 02, Nicholas Maynard. He will. He'll drop down in front of the 02. Jerry Powers below Nicholas Maynard. Nicholas Maynard put the back bumper to him. Someone back up the racetrack. Great move from the 02. He's back underneath here. Jerry Powers stuck on the top side. It'll be Powers, Fountain, and the other Fountain boy on the outside. Maynard, Wheeler, Stanley Turner Jr., followed by Terry Hughes Jr., the two juniors. Holden Wheeler looks slow down on the bottom side. He'll collect the bottom apron there. He doesn't have enough to pull up to the back bumper of Nicholas Maynard. They'll work their way off 3 and 4 here. They'll see the white flag this time around. Nicholas Maynard, the race leader here. He'll get a big push. Holden Wheeler to the race lead from Jerry Powers. Can he get himself clear across the front stretch? He'll come down in front of the 0-2 of Nicholas Maynard. White flag is in the air, presented by AFLGlobal.com. Jerry Powers, the second, stuck on the outside, trying to get a push from James Fountain. White flag is in the air. The first person back to the line will take tonight's first race of the season. Holden Wheeler out front here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. He's taking the lead from Nicholas Maynard. Jerry Powers on the outside, trying to make something shake. Nose to tail, side by side, door to door, down the back straightaway here in Daytona. Through the banking in 3 and 4 for the final time tonight. Jerry Powers on the top side. Holden Wheeler down on the bottom side. Nicholas Maynard pushes Holden Wheeler clear. It's going to be an epic race off of turns 3 and 4. Nicholas Maynard looks left, looks right, looks left again. Contact's made back here. Holden Wheeler turned by Nicholas Maynard. Nicholas Maynard up the racetrack. James Fountain and Nicholas Maynard, I'm not sure who won it. On the restaurant, it's got James Fountain. It's got it as a tie with Nicholas Maynard, though. We're not sure who has it. Holy hell. What a finish here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. James Fountain will back that ass up here as he continues to blink in and out here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Oh, he disappeared again. There he goes. Contact made from him and his brother. Him and Nicholas Maynard was through each other at the line. I'm not sure who picked up the victory here at the line. It was a damn close one. Kyle Fountain launched into the air off of his brother, 24 of James Fountain here. We'll take a look here. Slow-mo. We'll back it up just a little bit more. As Holden Wheeler gets turned through the front stretch here. Nicholas Maynard's currently the race leader there. James Fountain coming across. Nicholas Maynard selling up the racetrack. It just goes right through him. Looks like maybe James Fountain maybe have got him right there at the line. We'll back it up one more time. Dude, that was so fucking close. What a finish. Here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We can't try to stop it at the right time here. Bam, just a little bit past Nicholas Maynard there at the line. So they'll give it to James Fountain here. I'm not sure if Nicholas Maynard even seen him here, battling a little bit of internet connection issues. Who is this down here? That's 11 of Holden Wheeler. He's up and over here. Big shot here. Kyle Fountain launched into the air on the left rear corner panel of Nicholas Maynard, but from that angle we got, looks like James Fountain was able to pull it off here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel here. Not sure where he went here. It looks like he just disappeared. Let's back it up here. Not sure what the contact was there for James Fountain. James Fountain wins it here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Contact from his older brother. That's what the contact was for. James Fountain will blink in and come back here. But James Fountain will pick up the first victory here at Daytona tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel from Greenville, South Carolina. And Nicholas Maynard will bring home a second place finish. 0.00 tie at the line. Upset here for the kid of Nicholas Maynard. He'll have to wait a little bit longer for that victory. Kevin Tankos, though, able to battle back for a third place spot. Terry Hughes Jr. turn around here on the front stretch. He'll climb from that number 81 machine. He'll get the fourth place spot. Holden Wheeler off the racetrack. He'll get the fifth place spot. James Fountain wins it here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. He'll bring it around here to celebrate with the rest of the pack here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We appreciate you guys tuning in here. We'll be back in just a moment with the conclusion of tonight's event here. Post-race show and the driver's interviews. Don't go nowhere. James Fountain wins it.
My hands steady, I feel ready, but my legs heavy, I don't get it. How come I haven't hit it already? Still working, I'm still learning, I'm still searching, finally earning something, finally turning something called a profit. If I hear you talking shit, don't get caught in it. I'll be popping off and hit your ass, dropping all your shit. Yeah, I promise this, I got promises, you ain't stopping this. Cross my shit, you'll be knocked unconscious, bitch. That's the consequence, I got this, I will not quit. Man, I'm on it, honest, I'm gonna launch quick, then I'm gone. It's just a matter of time before I'm over the climb and moving under my prime. Just quit my 9 to 5, I'm rocking, and they watching, cause it's shocking. Dropping all these top 10 songs, so stopping. It's time to live my life, it's time to live my die. Wish I could slow down time and just enjoy the climb. And I'm the one to get it, bro. I swear to God I get it, bro. So don't just let me get it. Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna get it, yeah. Yeah, I'm the one to get it, bro. I swear to God I'll get it, bro. Hey, I ain't never giving up.
Welcome back here to the Booty Scoop Racing channel. We have just completed the first race of Season 2 for the Madness Racing League Truck Series. James Fountain picks up the victory here tonight at Daytona with a epic finish there with Nicholas Maynard. 0.00 at the line. It was a close one to call. Look, they went through each other, but they'll get the win of James Fountain here. Even on the ticker, they have him up top, but it's a tie ball game. But it'll go to James Fountain, ladies and gentlemen. We'll zoom down here on the pit road here for the post-race show with a pit reporter here. Here is the final results of tonight's event. He is with the race winner of James Fountain. Do y'all got us? Go ahead.
Down here in victory lane for the season opener of Season 2 Truck Series for the Madness Racing League, where James Fountain has picked up where he left off, grabbing another victory here in Season 2 at the season opener. James, you didn't have quite the race you were looking for. Tons of activity around that number 24 truck, but you were able to scrape through there and win by 0.03 of a second over Nicholas Maynard. Walk us through it. James Fountain still got his helmet on, and he's trying to get out of that race car. We'll move down here to the third-place driver and finisher here of Kevin Tanko's driving the number 4. Looks like Chevy Silverado machine. Kevin, you picked up the victory here on the Booty Scoop Racing channel this past Saturday in the Xfinity Series. Kind of walk us through your night here tonight. What a way to open up the Daytona Season 2 here for the Truck Series with a P3 finish.
Yeah, definitely was an overall strong night. We were running up front most of the night. Definitely good to keep the momentum running from last Saturday. Just looking for a speedy recovery here from Mr. Hughes behind me. Hopefully all goes well with his upcoming surgery, and just kind of hate it for the guys coming to the stripes. We're hoping to have a clean finish there. But just an overall good night for the Budweiser Silverado number 4 machine, and hope to keep the momentum running throughout the season.
That's the number 4 machine of Kevin Tanko. He'll bring out the final podium spot here tonight. We'll shake back here to the number 81 of Terry Hughes Jr. Terry, kind of walk us through your night here tonight. The Mobile 181 machine was bad fast here. In a little bit of hiccup trouble there, but you'll round out the top 4 here.
That was definitely a rather eventful go at it here. So we would have led a couple laps there, but our teammate Chris Noddy, he got loose in the tri-oval and caused a big one. But we got it back repaired, back out here, got caught up in a couple more. Didn't think we was going to even finish the race there for a minute, but we got back out here. Helped the Kevin keeping us in the draft some last couple of laps there. Helped us get this top 5. Definitely was an eventful day, for sure. Appreciate that, Kevin. We're going to try to get back out here as quick as we can.
And that's the number 81 machine of Terry Hughes Jr. We'll keep him in our prayers. Good luck on your surgery, big guy. We'll send it back up to the booth here on the Booty Scoop Racing channel. That'll do it here for the Season 2 opener. We'll see you in 2 weeks at Chicagoland.
And that we will, ladies and gentlemen. James Fountain has picked up the victory here over Nicholas Maynard. We didn't get a word from Nicholas. Have to see what's exactly going on there. See if we can't get a quick word from the second place driver, Nicholas Maynard. I'll call it down there. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in just a second.
I'm snapping, no captions, attracting reactions, adapting, attacking, commanding the masses. I'm practicing habits, I don't fucking ask bitch, I just fucking grab it. I am never static. planning, massively active, expanding, backslid, planning to happen, so I will go capture it, and I'ma stay after it. I'm gonna fucking master it, put them on blast it, they will never last it. Don't be so dramatic, not my demographic. This shit is democratic, they vote effects, yeah, bitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the Booty Scoot Racing channel. At the conclusion of the Season 2 Truck Series opener here, we'll bring up a little bit of music here. We're walking through the night's event on how things have went here. Here was the high bank heat races and how they turned out. We had one heat race tonight, and Chase Johnson picked up the dual win here tonight, picked up where he left off. Well, he was the Season 1 champion, and he'll get the first place spot. Holden Wheeler got the second place spot, followed by the cousin Big Country Machine of Kyle Fountain. Blake Koschchild got the fourth place spot, and the boogeyman of John Michael Bryant took home that fifth place spot right there. And you see the rest of the ones that rolled out there below you on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll switch it over here to the feature, where we just finished up here, and Nicholas Maynard officially, they have it as 3,000th of a second, falls short to James Fountain. James Fountain has just won his way into the playoff race here in the Truck Series, and you try to get a word from him there, but he was trying to climb out of that race car, and I believe he has now left the racetrack to go to victory lane here. He is celebrating. But I believe we do have a pit reporter down there with the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard, who brought home the second place spot here tonight. Let's see what Nicholas Maynard had to say. A tough loss for the kid. You got us?
Down here on pit lane, we've caught up with the second place driver, the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard. Nick, just kind of walk us through your day here. You bring it home in the P2 spot, an upset victory here, 3,000ths of a second. But that doesn't come around after you get into the back end of Holden Wheeler. Kind of walk us through it.
Yeah, it was a great race for Maynard Motors. Take like 02 Ford F-150. I felt like about a fast truck here. We got a little bit off cycle. We kind of worked in our advantage. Just happened to survive through the mayhem, and that's exactly what we did here tonight. The heat race really didn't go our way. It started P6, but we'll take the P2 spot here tonight. 3,000ths of a second is it's brutal, and haven't won one of these things in about 4 or 5 months, but keep taking at it. We'll get there, and big apologies to Holden Wheeler. Just heat of the moment when things get there, and I guess I've been told by the admin that got an EOL to start the next race, but we'll take our EOLs, aggressive driving, and we'll bring home the P2 spot. So close to a victory, but appreciate it. See you 2 weeks.
That's the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Back up to the booth.
Back up here to the booth, and if I heard it correctly, I believe he said he has been told by the admin, ladies and gentlemen, that he will have a EOL to start the next truck race, which is in 2 weeks from now at the Chicagoland Speedway. We'll throw up the remaining schedule here for you. So Nicholas Maynard intentionally wrecks Holden Wheeler here to try to get the victory and send them around, but it looks like James Fountain netcode or something. They were inside of each other. Wasn't sure who won. The ticker has a tie, but it went to James Fountain. But this is where we'll shake out 2 weeks from now at Chicagoland for 100 laps. And the kid of Nicholas Maynard, we know where he'll start at. He'll be at the back of the pack here for aggressive driving from the admin. And then we'll head on over to Richmond for some short track racing and back to Atlanta in the high banks to draft it around. And we'll head over to North Wilkesboro. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be one hell of a season for the Madness Racing League Truck Series Season 2. And you can catch it all right here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. This has been the Madness Racing League Truck Series Season 2 opener live from Daytona. We appreciate you guys tuning in here, ladies and gentlemen. The dual races and this race will be up on the YouTube in no time shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Madness Racing League live on the Booty Scoot Racing channel.